enjoy seeing Brock Lesnar F5 somebody, take somebody to suplex city.
And you will forever remember why we always win.
You don't know what fair is. Crap never has. Now that is right. You don't know what's fair is. You can't call nothing down even. You don't deserve nothing. I don't know how they beat you to be CEO. Hush. I win. Got nothing on me. Pie eating contest champion in high school. Worthless. I tell you what, that's the way it goes. Don't know what fair is, never could call it even, and never could win nothing. That's Jason Cole, Mr. CEO. Pathetic.
It's straight balls of fire. Remember that crap? That's one of the stupidest names that man came up with for a baby.
Oh, what a spirit! Good Lord. Webby, I gotta say, this is one of the most hard-hitting matches. Backyard beatdown history. God dang. It's a freaking train wreck, Webby. This just goes to show you.
Wrestling fans, look, I want y'all to think of this. Raw got over at 9:30 at night. 9:30. It is no longer a straight 3-hour show. I love it. Hey, if WWE continues to do this where it is no longer a straight 3-hour show and we get shows that sometimes are 3 hours, sometimes are less than 3 hours, I will be happy with that. As long as they don't make these Monday Night Raws like 4 hours long and things of that nature, I will be happy with that, wrestling fans, because WWE making this show tonight 2.5 hours long, I was absolutely happy with it being 2.5 hours long. Now, what did we see tonight? Well, more stars being added to the Royal Rumble matchup. You know, I, for one, really liked it when we were surprised when WWE just announced on the day of the Royal Rumble. I liked that. Been a long time since they've done that. But look, WWE has announced all the big names, really all the big names that are going to be in it. And what I mean by that is now we know the ones that have the biggest shot in winning the Royal Rumble event. John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins. And really, if you look at it, Drew McIntyre doesn't stand a chance. Seth Rollins doesn't stand a chance. They're in there for name power. And CM Punk and Roman Reigns, they kind of stand a chance. But if you ask me, they're in there to set up their match for WrestleMania. Who stands the biggest chance in winning? I really think John Cena does. At this particular point, I think he does for the Royal Rumble. This is not my preview of the Royal Rumble, but they added a lot of people into the Royal Rumble event tonight, wrestling fans. So we're going over some of what I think is going to go down all the way through WrestleMania season, okay? During this Monday Night Raw review. What direction are they going to go in? Well, first and foremost, you got Cody Rhodes and the WWE title. He's not losing that belt. He's not losing to Kevin Owens. We already know that because Paul Heyman came out and stated that he wanted a shot at Cody Rhodes' title that Roman Reigns did. Now, CM Punk. Paul Heyman owes CM Punk a favor. What could we end up seeing? A triple threat matchup between these three? CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns? Could we end up seeing that? Could we end up seeing Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns one-on-one? And then we end up seeing John Cena win the Royal Rumble matchup, or John Cena win an Elimination Chamber matchup to move on and face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Regardless, I think John Cena, whether he faces Cody Rhodes or whether he faces Gunther at WrestleMania, is going to become the 17th time world champion. So how is he going to get there? Remains to be seen. But they've been teasing this way too much. So it's all a part of this story. And WWE has ignored the CM Punk part for a while because of Solo Sikoa and the Ula Fala. Well, now that Solo Sikoa and the Ula Fala thing is done, now we can get back to the CM Punk picture, because the way things came off last Monday, it really didn't look like The Rock was going to be as involved with WrestleMania as we all thought. I could be wrong, but the way he came off, where he just put the Ula Fala on Roman Reigns, it didn't look like it. Now, he could do that, and then they save it for later. Where who is the true tribal chief of the WWE? Where it's a one-on-one encounter. That honestly, I think could be a much better matchup. But look, we'll have to wait and see where all that goes, wrestling fans. Now, as far as everything else, we're going to get to that in just a second. But before we do, y'all know what to do. And that is to become a subscriber today. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for all notifications. Follow me. Follow me on TikTok at BYBD45. Go and check us out. It is appreciated. Go and check out all that kind of good stuff over on TikTok. But make sure you become a subscriber. Hit the bell button. Like this video if you enjoy it. And go check out anything you missed. My previews, my predictions, my reviews of all this kind of good stuff. And all the Backyard Beatdown content leading up to the Backyard Beatdowns and all the Backyard Beatdowns, because those are good to see as well. It is appreciated. Now, back to more Monday Night Raw. Now that we have the Royal Rumble and the lead to WrestleMania out of the way, WWE making the show 2.5 hours tonight. If they stick around between 2 and 2.5 hours every week, I'll be happy with that. I'm not going to complain about it getting done at between 9 and 9:30 every single Monday. I know these 10:30, 10, 11 o'clock shows, they drag on. Really, 3-hour shows are kind of hard to sit through. So 2.5, that's a good point, I guess. But I'd be happy with that. The wrestling fans, look, Damien Priest versus Finn Balor, that was a good contest. I'm not going to complain about that. I like how it came off, and I wish they would have taken it into the backstage area more. I do like how Finn Balor came off and he ended up being on a stretcher, and Damien Priest came up and threw the stretcher all the way down the ramp, and they took it back into the ring and things of that nature, all that interaction. But look, if you're going to have a street fight, you have to take it in the backstage area. Take it where you're almost outside or even outside, okay? Because it's called a street fight. WWE never does that anymore. It'd be nice if when you call it a street fight, you do something like that. It would, but good luck in us ever seeing anything like that again. Now, Damien Priest won, the right guy won, and we'll have to see what the follow-up is from that. Jey Uso will face Gunther at Saturday night's main event. I'm glad. I'm happy. They're putting this at Saturday night's main event for a few reasons. Number one, Saturday night's main event. If you look at it, WWE has always put a few title matches on every single Saturday night's main event. You can go back in history. Hulk Hogan versus Andre. And then you had Macho Man versus the Honky Tonk Man as one of the main events. The British Bulldog versus Shawn Michaels. And then you had Bret Hart versus Papa Shango. Things like that. All these things, all these title matches. Yes, some of them came off as glorified house shows. Is this one going to come off as a glorified house show? Possibly. Maybe. Because you're going to have this match, and then you're going to have Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Can Sheamus capture the Intercontinental title, the one title he has never captured in WWE? One title I hope he captures in WWE before he hangs up the boots. And quite frankly, if Braun Breaker is going to move on soon to bigger gold, then I hope he drops it to Sheamus. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking of it, that would be a great match for WrestleMania. Braun Breaker versus Gunther. If Brock Lesnar is not coming back to WWE, because I know that has been rumored for quite some time. But if that's not happening, Braun Breaker, Gunther, WrestleMania. Look, if John Cena is not the one that's doing it, gotta have somebody that will face Gunther. Who else is going to face Gunther? Can't have Jey Uso all the time. You can't have this wrestler and that wrestler and this wrestler all the time. He's mowing down through everybody. Why not? It'd be a great contest. Even if Gunther does go over. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. But I'm ready to see these two matches. Even though one of them guaranteed Gunther win. The other one, not so sure if Sheamus is going to win or not. That's kind of a question mark by it right now. But, hey, look, so far, is it a glorified house show? We'll have to wait and see how the show comes off. On paper, it doesn't look like it. But I have to wait and see how the show comes off. And outside of that, wrestling fans, not too much happened on Raw tonight. Not too much happened on Raw tonight at all. One thing I'm going to praise WWE for here on out is that they're not having the same superstars. They're not having the same people on every single week. I really like that. And they can continue doing that for me. But y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. It is appreciated. If you do all that stuff I mentioned at the beginning of the review. I'm getting out of here, guys. I'll see you later.
Until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch each and every single one of you on the other side